Hey guys, it's been a while, but now it's time to do my spring urban garden tour. This has been a trouble spot for me. Last year I had some wooden slats where this slope is, but I had someone come in and I don't think he did a great job, but I'm trying to make the most of it. I have raised garden beds, and for now, this part of the summer, I have my tomato plants in buckets because they need a deep root and I want more depth than that offers. And those are my eggplants and pepper plants. I have a habanada and 2 bell pepper plants. I'm not sure which eggplant this is. One of these is a green knight, and one of these are black beauty, and that might be a white knight. They were in really poor condition, and they were drooping. So I had cut off the droopy leaves and gave them some fish emulsion, and now we're gonna wait and see. So this is a sunflower. I'm not sure which one. I think that's a mammoth sunflower. These are calendula and 2 more sunflowers. And that's my rosemary that overwintered and came back really pretty, as well as my peppermint that did the same. These are my bush beans. Okay, so let me try to get this right. These are bloom prairie, which are purple. These look like these are big. That one is a big kahuna. So these are all big kahuna. These are, what is this? Dragon tongue. And this one is Cherokee wax, which will be yellow. And these are Tanya pink purple pod beans. And here are my strawberries. Focus. There we are. Aren't they beautiful? These are my semi-dwarf zinnias. I think I'm going to separate them as they get bigger, but this is just how they're starting. I had them in individual pots and it was a no-go. So I just started them over like this, and hopefully I'll get some nice buds for pollinators. I'm not sure how I feel about this. This was a plant that was kind of dying, but it survived. And these are early prolific squash, so we'll see what happens. That's my Armenian cucumber that didn't quite make it through the frost, but it still has some green. So I'm gonna see what it does, but I went on and started another one from seed. I am very delighted about this. This is an 8-ball zucchini plant, and the zucchini will grow like balls. So I have 1, 2, see that ball there? There's 2 of them there. And then the third one. Where do they have any fruit on here? Let me see. This one doesn't have any fruit yet, but I see some buds that could become. So I'm happy to see that they made it. The frost tried to take out my babies. I plant a lot of extra stuff because sometimes stuff just doesn't make it. So I have the plants that I had already started that I put in the ground. Then I have some plants that are kind of smaller that I'm still growing in pots. And these are the seeds for my hot summertime garden. So some of these are going to grow quick, like these yard beans they're going to be quick, and they're going to go in this bed right here so they can climb over my raggedy arch. Here's a testament to the resilience of nature and how God has created things to rejuvenate itself without our help at all. This is a potato plant. How did this come to be here? I put some potato peels in my compost, and apparently one of them must have had an eye on it. So that's what happened there. So I'm gonna leave it, although I'm gonna stick some beans in it so the beans can crawl up this here, which used to be one of my son's bunk bed rails. Here's my compost, and it's going good. If you look closely, you can see worms in there. Yay. So I'm going to be using this mostly as compost tea, and I'll show y'all how to do that because I don't have a whole lot. So I usually just take a dollop of it, put it in some water, and mix it up and pour it over my plants. Not over my plants, but in my plant roots. So this is a rose bush. We will see. This is a blackberry bush. Same. Consuela Genevieve tomato. Rainbow, which it could be any kind of heirloom. Black, yellow, red, white, which is kind of a light yellow tomato. That one, I'm not sure what that is. Sometimes, folks, you lose your labels, and it will be a surprise. These are my cabbage collards. No, Morris Heading collards. What I want to show you guys is all three of these were planted the same day. All three of these were treated the same way. All of these, not just all three, but all of these were planted on the same day. That one did not make it. Sometimes it's not you. Sometimes things just don't make it. These back tomatoes are indeterminate, meaning that they will grow and grow. This is my, what is this? My trellis that's made out of some cheap pet wire and T-posts and zip ties. So that is a Amish paste, which is for making sauces. Boxcar Willie. And that one right there is another Consuela Genevieve, which they look like pumpkins. And this Thornberry terracotta did not make it, but I started another from seed. These are my dahlias. What's funny is all plants kind of look alike when they start. Here I have some red mustard greens, which something is eating. I don't know what it is, probably some little caterpillar, but they're not eating my Bright Lights kale, which is lovely, and we're getting lots of rain this week, so I anticipate that this is going to get even bigger. I'm contemplating whether or not I'm going to just harvest these brassicas. Oh yeah, and that was my red cabbage, and then put in my eggplant over here, or probably my peppers. And then back there in the back is a triple crop tomato. Notice how the leaves are different. That's a potato leaf tomato. There's some tomatoes that leaves look like potatoes. Isn't that interesting? That's my white grape, and this is my raspberry. This right here is what I'm going to use to mulch once I get, probably more when into the summer, when I want to kind of keep things moist and when the sun gets really hot. Here is my bed of beets. My bed of beets. These are Detroit red, something gold, and then there's something that's stripy up in these trees. So I'm gonna wait till the end of this week because it's raining, I'm gonna wait till the end of the raining, so they can get as big as they're gonna get, and you can see them. I did the what is it called, multi-sowing method, and I started these in my dollar pots, and this is what's come of them. So I'm excited. Here I have, and it is time, I can pull one up for you guys because it's time for me to be pulling these up anyway. This is an elephant garlic. And look at there. So they're more like shallots. They're not as much garlic. Now this right here, oh, it smells so good. This right here is actual garlic. And that is actual garlic. So it really is time for me to pull these up. So I might do that later on. And these are my carrots. And I'm gonna let them grow some more. And cause this looks big, y'all, but sometimes you pull up the thing and it's a tiny little bit of mess. So it looks like it's gonna rain. So let me get myself together. I had started some kale things I was gonna sell that I decided against. So basically, this is baby kale, and I'm gonna harvest this and make me a salad. So that's all today, guys. I'll try to do more specific tours in the future, but I just wanted to give you an update of what's going on with me because I've been really busy. So stay tuned for more urban gardening things. I have a lot more work to do. Bye. Grow with you later.